Hello everyone, my name is Rahul. In the previous video, we had discussed about molecular diagnosis. In this video, we are going to discuss about transgenic animals. So what is a transgenic animal? Animals that have their DNA manipulated and they express a foreign gene. All such animals are known as transgenic animals. So we have transgenic rats, pigs, sheep, cows, fishes, etc. for different purposes. What is interesting to note is that 95% of all transgenic animals are mice. Why this is so is because the physiology and the anatomy of mice or mouse, they represent humans very closely. So in a lot of cases, before we proceed to try anything on humans, we experiment on mice and the results are more or less very comparable in cases of human and mice. So 95% of all transgenic animals are mice. Now, what are the uses of transgenic animals? First is to study normal physiology and development. To study normal physiology and development. So transgenic animals, they can be designed to allow the study of how genes are regulated, to study gene regulation inside the body, how genes affect normal function, of body and its development. We can use them to study complex factors that are involved in growth, such as insulin-like growth factor, so what we do is we introduce the genes from different species to alter the formation of this factor, and we can study the biological effects, the result, and this information that will be obtained about the biological role of this factor and its mutation or its absence. It can be used to apply on humans, and we can study a lot of human diseases. We can understand the normal physiology. So this gives us the next function. When we are studying normal, we can also study diseases. To study diseases such as inherited diseases, genetic diseases. So transgenic animals, they help in to understand how genes contribute to a disease. How genes contribute to disease development. Next, they are used to serve as models for human diseases, so that investigation for new treatments can be performed, so that we can develop new treatments. we can use the transgenic animal. So today transgenic models exist for various diseases such as we have transgenic models for cancer, cystic fibrosis, rheumatoid arthritis, Alzheimer's disease, and many more. Next, after studying disease, we can use them for biological products. For biological products, there are many medicines that are required to treat certain human diseases that contain biological products, but these biological products, they are very difficult to extract from plants or animals, so we can use genetic recombination technology and we can create transgenic animals that will keep on producing these biological products that we can use to prepare medicines. So transgenic animals that produce biological products can be created by introduction of a portion of DNA which codes for particular product, such as alpha 1 antitrypsin, alpha 1 antitrypsin, which is used to treat emphysema. The principle of developing such a transgenic animal will be same that we have already discussed, that we will take a gene, we will take the gene for this production, we will introduce it into a vector, the vector will infect the embryo or the cells of the animal that we are trying to make as a transgenic animal, and then we will have this product, then we will do the downstream processing and we will get our product. So alpha 1 antitrypsin, it is used to treat emphysema. Now similar attempts are being made for diseases such as phenylketonuria, and cystic fibrosis. So in the year 1997, we had the first transgenic cow called as Rosie, which produced milk which was enriched with protein. This milk contained human this milk contained human alpha lactalbumin, human alpha lactalbumin. This was a nutritionally more balanced. This milk was more nutritious and balanced compared to natural cow milk. So this human alpha lactalbumin, it is present in normal cow milk, but in Rosie's milk it was present in increased quantity. It was enriched with this protein, so it was more nutritious. Next we have vaccine safety testing. Transgenic animals, they can be used to assess the safety of vaccines. So transgenic mice, because their physiology represents very closely to the human physiology, they can be used to assess the safety of vaccines before They are used to assess safety before human use. So before we move on to human trials, we do animal trials. Example, we have polio vaccine safety testing and COVID vaccine safety testing. Anything can be used, any vaccine can be tested on these transgenic animals. So transgenic mice are being developed to replace monkeys and other primates in vaccine safety testing. The next use is chemical safety testing. We have the next use, chemical safety testing. So before introducing any chemical for human use, we can use the transgenic animals to test these chemicals. It is also known as toxicity testing or safety testing. So the procedure is same, which is used to test the toxicity of drugs. Transgenic animals, they are made to carry genes. Transgenic animals are developed to carry genes which make them more sensitive to toxic substances. They are then exposed to toxic substances or drugs and results are obtained on the effect of toxic level of toxic substances required, etc. So what is the level required, what is the effect, how many deaths are there due to this particular toxic substance, this is all assessed, and the results, they are compared with other trials, and this can be used to assess the toxicity of a particular chemical and its safety before human use. So the transgenic animal first transgenic animal was a mouse which contained gene for growth hormone, growth hormone. Next, vaccines are produced by genetic engineering. Vaccines that are produced by genetic engineering. We have two examples, hepatitis B, which is a recombinant vaccine obtained from fungus or yeast, and hepatitis B vaccine, and we have herpes virus vaccine. Although this does not relate with the transgenic animals, but this is an important point to remember that hepatitis B and herpes virus vaccine, they are transgenic vaccine or they are genetically engineered vaccines. So with this, we finish off with our discussion on transgenic animals. See you in next video.